Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and boy oh boy, we have another good week back to back. Last week was really good. This week is potentially even better. As far as making money goes, I would say that this week is maybe a little bit better. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about this week. We're going to start off with the discounts that are on for this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, starting off with the property discount this week, it is of course within the foreclosures website, and that is the arcade is on sale this week. This is 30% off. This is a business that can make you $5,000 every in-game day, so every 48 minutes of real time. In addition to this, in the basement of this place, you get a 10-car garage, and you also get access to the Diamond Casino heist, which you can operate with one other friend and yourself, as well as you get access to the upgrade, which is of course the Master Control Terminal. You may have heard of it. It is one of the most useful things in the entire game. You can check all of your business's stock from one location, and it is within the arcade basement. So this is a super useful upgrade. Now the Master Control Terminal, it's going to cost you 1.4 mil, but it's going to save you from driving to your bunker, then to your coke lockup, then to your meth lab, then to your counterfeit cash, then to your weed, then to your crates, then to your vehicle cargo. You can just go to one place to do literally everything for these businesses. So it is absolutely amazing. The only thing that I will tell you is that you cannot sell from this place. Well, you actually can technically, but you should always go to your actual business to do your sale mission. So just keep that in mind. But the arcade on sale, 30% off this week, is an absolute steal. You guys have got to pick one of these things up. All of the renovations are also 30% off, so you can save an absolute ton of money on your arcade this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is definitely something that I would recommend picking up 100%. Moving on to the vehicle discounts this week, we have a couple on Legendary Motorsport. Starting off in the two-door category, we have the Grotti Furia on sale for 30% off this week. This is a really good discount. This car is pretty awesome. A lot of the community actually really doesn't seem to like this car. However, I think that it's absolutely fantastic. It has lots of customization, and for 30% off, I really don't think that you can actually go wrong with this thing. Moving into the four-door category, we have the Albany VSTR and the Lampadati Komoda, both on sale this week. Now, these are two four-door sports cars that I would absolutely recommend picking up. The Albany VSTR is a super fun car to drive. It's got lots of customization. It's super realistic looking. It's based off of the Cadillac CTS-V 2016 Plus. It is an absolutely awesome car. You can drift it. You can make it go super fast in a straight line. It's just fantastic. It sounds great as well. Then we have the Lampadati Komoda, which I would say it handles better than the VSTR. It's a little slower in a straight line, but it sounds absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best sounding cars in the entire game. It's a fantastic car. You guys should pick it up this week if you are planning on getting it at any point ever. And even if you weren't planning on getting it ever, I would say that it is a car that you should consider buying this week at least. Now, under the special category, we also have two open wheel cars on sale. This is going to tie into one of the money bonuses this week. We have the Progen PR4 and the Osla R88. From what I hear, the Progen PR4 is one of the best open wheel cars in the entire game. Of course, we only have 4, so it's not like we're exactly spoiled for choice, but I have heard that the PR4 and the BR8 are the two best open wheel cars in the entire game. So the PR4 is on sale this week. It's probably the one that you're going to want to buy. Of course, it is another 300k over the Osla R88. So it really depends which one you like. And if you're planning on using it for racing, I'd say get the PR4. But if you just like the look of it or you want it for free mode, you could probably save some money and get the R88, and you probably wouldn't be disappointed. So anyway, that's it for the open wheel cars, and that's it for Legendary Motorsport. It's time to move on to Warstock. Now, on Warstock this week, we have 3 discounts. We have the Rune Zaba, which is one of the most armored vehicles in the entire game. A lot of people love to hate this thing. I don't personally like it, don't get me wrong. It's a absolutely terrible vehicle, but as far as protecting you goes, this thing can take 14 RPGs, which is really good. That's a pretty hefty amount of RPGs. It can also take 14 homing missiles, so it is pretty well armored. It's also amphibious. You can take this thing in the water and sail it around until you go back on land, obviously. So that is pretty cool. It's got some customization. Not the best car ever. Definitely closer to being the worst, but yeah, just I don't know, you might want to buy it. We also have the JB700W on sale. This is the weaponized James Bond car. It has front-mounted machine guns. It also has a proximity slick mine dropper or a tire popper. I can't remember the exact term for it off the top of my head, but it will blow vehicles' tires out, so that's pretty cool. It's a neat car. It's, you know, for $1 million, can't really go wrong, I'd say. And of course, last but not least, we have the Invade and Persuade tank. You've probably been trolled by this thing in online. I know I have, at least. It's absolutely horrible to play against, but it is pretty good, and while it's on sale, you might want to consider buying it. Moving on to Southern San Andreas, Super Autos under the two-door category. Here we have the Dinka Ballista Kanjo on sale. We also have the Declassy Drift Yosemite and the Vapid Retinue Mark II. I don't really have anything great to say about any of these three cars. I really don't like the Drift Yosemite. It does have lots of customization though, so does the Retinue Mark II, and the Dinka Ballista Kanjo has more customization than I think both of them probably combined. The Ballista Kanjo out of the three is definitely the one that I'd recommend picking up the most, but obviously if you guys want any of the vehicles, pick them up. They're not going to probably disappoint you. I will just warn you that like they're not that great performance wise, like you're not going to win any races, but if you just want them for a free mode car, then they're all pretty decent to pick up. So guys, that is it for the discounts this week. Now it's time to talk about how to actually earn some money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and we do have quite a few different ways of doing this. The first thing that I will mention is we have double money and RP on the Humane Labs raid heist. Of course, you're going to need to have 4 players in order to complete this heist. You're going to have to do the setups and all that. The setup missions are double money and RP, so keep that in mind as well. You can earn some money on the setups, and then the finale is also double money and RP this week, so that is pretty good. Now, for those of you that are not into heists, like I mentioned before, the open wheel cars are going to tie in here. We got double money and double RP on the open wheel races. So if you guys are interested in this, these are probably going to be kind of popular this week. You might want to hop in and try to earn some money with these. They are pretty fun. Give them a shot if you got nothing else to do. As far as missions go, we have double money and double RP on all of the Gerald contact missions in Grand Theft Auto Online. So these can earn you money if you're just starting out in the game. However, they're still probably not even a very good way of making money. So I'd say probably avoid doing these. And of course, the adversary mode that's on double money and double RP this week is Hardest Target. This is a okay mode. It's not the best ever, but it's far from the worst, I'd say. Give it a shot if you guys have never tried it, and if you're trying to make a little bit of money this week. Now, obviously, we also had the arcade on discount this week, and that is going to tie into probably the best way to make money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that is through 1.5 times GTA money and RP on the Diamond Casino heist. Now, you guys are probably waiting for this to happen. Obviously, we are in a heist month, as it is being called. So heists are going to be, you know, bonus money all month long. This week, it is the Diamond Casino heist on 1.5 times money and RP. You will need one other person in addition to you in order to run the Diamond Casino heist. It is a minimum of a 2-player heist, so you're going to have to split this money with your friend. However, you guys are both earning 50% more money, so this is a pretty good time to do the Diamond Casino heist, and I would say it is probably the best way to make money this week. In addition to this, we also have the diamonds available as the casino heist loot, which is a pretty damn good way to make money. Diamonds are the best thing that you can get from the casino heist, so you are actually able to source them through the casino heist this week. So give that a shot, guys. You're probably not going to want to miss that. Now, I just will also mention this as bonus ways to make money on RP. This is not exclusive to this week. This is for the remainder of the heist month, as it's known. Like I mentioned, we have double money and double RP on all setup missions for the classic heists, and we also have 1.5 times money and RP on all of the prep missions for the Doomsday heist. So those are other ways to make money this week as well, if you guys are interested in that. Now, of course, it wouldn't be what to buy and what to avoid without going to the casino and the car meet and talking about the prize ride and the podium vehicles. Within the Diamond Casino, we have the Rebla GTS as the podium vehicle. It is an absolutely fantastic SUV. You guys have got to try to win this thing. It's got so much customization. It's super realistic looking. It drives really well. It's one of the fastest SUVs in the entire game. definitely pick this thing up if you guys get the opportunity to. Make sure you visit the casino every day to try to win this thing. Now for the prize ride within the LS car meet, guys, we have the Lampadaddy Casco. This is a fantastic car. It sounds absolutely amazing. In order to win this thing this week, the challenge is a little bit of a pain. It is placed first for 4 days in a row in LS car meet series races. Now, I said in my update week video that I don't really think that this is super worth trying to win, because you're gonna have to play 4 days in a row and place first in a race in each of those days, which is kind of annoying. And you can actually just buy the Casco on Legendary Motorsport. And as you guys can see, the Lampadaddy Casco is around 700k if you have the trade price to 900k if you don't have the trade price. So the vehicle's not exactly super expensive. I mean, I can definitely understand saving 900 grand in order to get the Casco. Why not? But it's probably something that I would avoid doing. I'd focus on doing the Diamond Casino Heist this week for sure, instead of doing races. I think the Diamond Casino Heist is a little bit more worth it, and with your profits, you could just buy the Casco. And of course, last but not least, guys, we got to talk about the time trials. This is another great way of earning some money this week. Your RC Bandito time trial is Vespucci Canals. Your regular time trial is the Sawmill, and your HSW time trial, for those of you on Expanded and Enhanced, is somewhere on your map. If I had to guess, I think it might be in Sandy Shores this week. I could be wrong. Definitely go and find it for yourselves and make sure you do it this week. So anyway, guys, that is it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course very much appreciated. If not, dislike, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. And if you could help me get there, I would appreciate it very, very much. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.